Hey, good Friday morning, everybody. It's Philip here in the Friedman Adventures studios. It's so great to be with you here for the morning briefing. Of course, this one is recorded as I'm on the second day of a 2-day trip on board the Pride, a Friedman Adventures trip. And we hopefully are headed in with some giant bluefin tuna, as well as maybe some Dorado and yellowfin tuna. Who knows? I mean, now this is pure conjecture what we're doing now because it is Friday. But I can get you caught up on some of the trends, and now we are into a good weather situation. Friday, at least in terms of the forecast, was for really nice weather. So hopefully things are headed in the right direction, and we'll see a rebound to some rather slow LA Orange County based fishing. But as usual, on the morning briefing, I like to go to the other side of the border. Let's start down there in Ensenada, where the Pongueros down there have had some really nice fishing on the kelps. There's been a lot of striped marlin pushing up. There's yellowfin tuna, smaller fish, 5 to 10 pounds, down there at 80 miles. Trying to move a little bit closer, and that's all based on feed. So there's got to be plenty of bait in the water, and there seems to be an adequate supply of that. And also water temp. When we're talking YFT, we are talking water temp. They like 70-degree water and above. They will hang in 67-degree water. They'll even get into 66-degree water. I've seen them bite in 65-degree water. But their preference is for warmer water, and that is the highway that we need to bring those fish up into the LA Orange County area. There's got to be a highway of warm water with bait in it that brings those fish this way, and we'll see what happens. Now, as we left on Wednesday evening, the talk was we were going to head to a new yellowfin tuna area. So we'll see if that manifested itself or not, and hopefully it's going to do just that. And there's a mix in terms of the size of the yellowfin tuna. The fish down there at 80 miles at the day-and-a-half boats out of San Diego are fishing mostly 5 to maybe 12 pounds, smaller grade yellowfin tuna. But I know that Sean Hardigan, who runs the Mission Bell out of Point Lomas for fishing, Sean tells me the fish they're fishing at 40 miles, there's a lot of 25-pound yellowfin tuna up there. So we'll keep our eyes on it. Hopefully it's going to progress, and you all are going to have a better idea of what's going on until we get in here this evening on Friday evening, and we'll be able to get a better look at it. Now, boats leaving in the morning down there in San Diego have had hit and miss, inconsistent fishing. One day, like the Grande, has limits of bluefin tuna, tremendous fishing. The San Diego with limits of Dorado, and then they fall flat on their face. It's been inconsistent, so hopefully good weather will get that going again. That's what we need to see. So once again, vary your tackle. Have some 20-pound fluorocarbon, a must. We like Opsin, www.opsinusa.com. Put in FA at checkout, and you'll get a love note from Greg Brown, the owner, as well as a free gift. So have some 20-pound, but you got to have 30 to 40-pound. Daiwa Sakana lure, something with chrome in it. Yellowfin love to bite on a chrome lure, so keep that in mind. And you don't want to fish the island with anything less than 40 pounds. That is what you want to fish with. It makes all the difference in the world. And if you start seeing bigger bluefin tuna, then you better start throwing it with 60 pound, because you are going to get a bite on that iron regardless of what pound you're fishing. If you're fishing bigger grade fish, please heed this warning: fish the heavy. It makes all the difference in the world, and it will lead to greater catch ratios for all of you. So down there, San Diego based boats, Ensenada based boats, they're going south in that 40-mile area where those one-day boats, guys leave in the morning, fish till the evening. They're catching some yellowfin tuna and some really good Dorado fishing at times. Some Mahi-mahi, wide open Dorado the other day. Really, really great fishing. Further down, you catch that small grade yellowfin tuna, and many of the boats are getting limits of that and limits of Dorado on the same trip. Really great action. Maybe small grade fish, but really great action. And on that small grade yellowfin, a 2-0 hook with a good hot bait and 25 pound has been the way to make it happen. It's been really, really a good way to catch fish. So keep that in mind. Now, LA Orange County area, when we left, was really slowing down in terms of the Dorado bite, but really heating up in terms of the giant bluefin tuna, the Fury with a bunch of big fish, the Navigante with a bunch of big fish. I'm hoping that I'll be able to tell you tonight that the Pride on this Friedman Adventures trip had a bunch of big fish. Those bluefin are chewing, and they're big. There's a lot of fish in that 150 to 200 plus pound category right now. Probably the best of the year. And with the weather coming down, Friday's a gorgeous day. We got high hopes that we're going to get into a really good night bite on that big BFT. We are hoping that that stuff's going to chew 200-pound leaders at least. Some guys will go up as high as 400. You need jigs, knife jigs, flat falls, all of that stuff in the, you want to go 200 grams when there's not much wind and current and they're not that deep, to 500 grams when they're deep and there's a lot of wind and current. So you've got to observe what is going on, pay strict attention to that, and that bite is really good. And that is up here in the LA Orange County area. So while the Dorado bite has been slowing down because of all this wind and a drop in water temperature and moving all these water temperature breaks around, and with it, the Dorado, hard to find them on a given day, we still have the best bluefin tuna bite going on anywhere. That's why the San Diego Long Range Fleet is camped up here near San Nicolas Island, near Clemente, even near Catalina Island. That bluefin's moving all around. It's big, it's tough, it's biting at night, and it's really impressive in terms of its size. I think we're looking down the barrel of an incredible fall on that big grade fish. No question about that. All right, so, I'm guessing, all right? It's been very inconsistent on this local Dorado. Many boats are heading to Catalina Island where fishing has been hit and miss, and mostly miss all season long. Few yellows, few bass, few bonita, that kind of a score from time to time. So that's what we've been looking at there, and I think that's what we're going to continue to look at Catalina Island unless it really, really changes. But maybe that Dorado will get back on the bite again with this weather starting to straighten out a little bit, and we're certainly going to see that into Friday. Maybe get some good scores here on Friday. Hopefully that is going to be exactly what happens. All right, so inconsistent in the LA Orange County area on the Dorado. Great bluefin tuna fishing at night. Hopefully we'll be able to present that to you in our newest Friedman Adventures video as we get back in on Friday night. And I'll be cutting that video up and sharing it with you before we head to San Diego and jump on board the Relentless on Sunday evening for what promises to be a really great day and a half trip. So we'll be watching that very, very closely for you all. Islands down there, Todos Santos off Ensenada, some good yellow fishing at times. Same thing up there around the Coronado Island, San Clemente Island. Sword boats in there. Thunderbird the other day at 30-something yellows, and anywhere from 20 to 50 yellows is not out of the question. A little bit of calico bass and bonita there also. And then up at Nicholas, everybody's focused on that giant bluefin tuna. And the Channel Islands, Anacapa and Rosa and all those areas, we're seeing occasional flurries on the white sea bass, some big halibut, some good calico bass fishing at times. And also we see some decent sand bass fishing along the coast. That has also been going on. So calicos along the coast, down there in Ensenada, La Bufadora, and that Punta Banda area has been really good. And then up around San Diego, the La Jolla Kelp area, there's had some fish there. In Dana area, also some fish in Redondo. Really good calico bass fishing on the Redondo Special. That has definitely been part of the scenario. Still some good corvina fishing along the coast. We see that, especially when you're fishing natural baits, and a little bit of yellowfin croaker and a few halibut on the Lucky Craft lures. All right. I just want to keep the morning briefing going. There's not a day that is going to pass without a morning briefing for all of you. And we thank you all for your great support, driving our statistics so high, getting near a million views. How can I thank you enough? Just had a gentleman come in here a moment ago to say thanks for the morning briefing. We are loving what you're doing. That means so much to me. And it means so much to me when you hit that like button, when you share this video, when you subscribe. That helps us more than you could ever imagine. All right, have a great one. Morning briefing, Saturday morning, a real one, because I'll be able to tell you everything that went on the Pride, as well as recap everything else that's going on up and down the coast. Thanks for joining us on this morning briefing. Once again, you have my deep thanks, and I hope to see you really, really soon.